Welcome to the Men's Chamber with Austin Agwa, helping men step into kingdom identity and purpose for impact in family, ministry, leadership, and marketplace.
Hey guys, welcome to Men's Chamber, your number one men's Christian podcast. And thank you for watching for our episode one. Episode one, we were tackling, are we effectively ministering to the men? And this particular episode, we'll be talking about investing in men, building the culture of discipleship. And I have an amazing guest to help us tackle this particular topic. Welcome. Just to the camera, tell us your name and what do you do as we start this conversation. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm excited to be here to talk about this topic. It's one of the things I love talking about a lot. My name is Olugbenga Sanya, and I currently work with a number of churches, helping them to see multiplication, but through discipleship. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and it's been a remarkable journey. But I think one of the good things I've seen is the help this has brought to a lot of churches and church leaders, and we just want to see how to multiply this. So I'm excited to have this conversation to see, especially how we can bring this to men and have men embrace it. Thank you so much.
Nice, nice. And as we have this particular conversation, what came to my mind is most of the time, for example, the men ministry.
Yes.
Many people think and associate men ministry. For example, if you ask our viewers today, does your church have men ministry? Does your church have an intentional discipleship for the men?
Men.
And most of the time, they put it, or they think if you ask them, what about the men ministry? They'll tell you, we normally have men's retreat, men's conference,
Yeah.
men's Sunday. And what that does is it pins men's ministry to be like a program.
Yes.
And many a times I ask people now, after the men's conference, what's next?
Yes.
After the retreat, after you have eaten that meat,
Yes.
what's next?
What's next?
Because we are not just gathering men and putting them in a conference.
Mhm.
What's next? And there, and then comes the question: why do we need now discipleship? Because we do a lot of conferences, we do a lot of events,
Yeah.
but there is no that transformation.
Yes.
There's no that after, what happens after.
Yes.
So just take us through, what is discipleship? What does it look like? And how do we go back to the track? So just take us through there.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Discipleship is simply looking at Jesus's invitation in Matthew chapter 4, verse 19. Jesus says, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." If you're going to be looking at what discipleship really means, it's within that statement. There are three major components in that space. The first is follow me. It's an invitation, inviting somebody into his space, but he tells them what is going to be happening in that space. It is a process of making. I will make you. So there is a process that continues to happen, which is not a process that ends. It's a continuous making to shape, to change, to transform. Because the last part of it is that there is a reason why that is happening. You have to be fishers of men as well. So it's a threefold thing. So discipleship is, first of all, the process of following Jesus. It is the process of continually becoming like Jesus, but it is also the process of bringing other people along on that journey of transformation. So discipleship must always lead to transformation.
Yes.
And I think that that's one of the biggest thing that we live for in life. Everybody wants to be changed
Change.
somehow. I want to become better. That's transformation. I am seeking for more. That's I'm seeking for transformation. I want to see a better me. It's transformation. You know, and I think there's just that innate desire in every human to become that. But discipleship gives us that. However, and I mean, this is also now thinking about the illustrations you've given earlier. However, what's been happening is that we have bothered ourselves about overloading people with information,
Yes.
and information by itself does not transform.
Yeah.
I normally would tell people, if information transforms, we would have a book written today, and the title of that book will be How to Grow Up. You put all the information about how to grow up in the book, and when you give birth to a child, you just hand it over to the child, say, read this book, grow up, then
Yes.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
You know, but it does not, because you've given the child all the information needed. And the thing you also notice in the world we are in now is that information is in abundance. But you find people who know but are not able to apply the information. Discipleship is where those things really happen. Discipleship is the process of holding somebody's hands to become. To become. So you're going to have information put in, but also you're going to be showing by example. You're going to be modeling to the people how what you are talking about is played out, how the kind of life you are talking about is lived. It's modeling. And modeling, we find out, is one of the things that changes people so fast. And it brings lasting change. Modeling, just watching somebody do so that you can do also, it brings lasting change. Discipleship is what gives us that.
Yeah. And because sometimes also we must see, we should move from information to transformation.
Yes.
And that one doesn't happen by chance.
No.
You need to have accountability, people working with you, for you to translate that information to transformation. Even many times we sit under the word and we are picking a lot of the word.
Yes.
But how are we applying the word into
transform us.
transformation?
Yes.
So transformation doesn't also happen by...
It doesn't happen by mistake.
Yeah. You have to be intentional about it.
Yes.
You have to position yourself to have people around you for accountability.
To help you. Yes.
Yeah.
And I can just maybe just to give a few illustrations I've seen recently about this. So yes, I worship in a church, and recently we were talking about wealth and generosity.
Yes.
And I've had conversations with a number of people who were in the same service where this was taught with me.
Yeah.
And the first question is, what have you done with what you learned during wealth and generosity during in those series? To my greatest surprise, people have not done anything. They have just been excited by the word.
Yeah.
They have not done anything with it. So it further enforces the fact that there is an intentionality that is needed. However, I have also found out that not many people have the willpower to be intentional to do things. So there is just and I think sincerely, I believe one of the reasons why it looks like this, especially in Africa, is because of our educational systems. Our educational system is a system that encourages you not to think.
Yeah.
It just wants you to cram. You never think of application. You never think of how to use what you have learned.
Yeah.
And I keep saying things like, they say, okay, we're talking about economics. What is economics? The next thing you hear is, don't think this is what economics is. What are the advantages of economics? Don't think. These are what the advantages of economics. So a student that goes to school within that system is somebody who just knows things by cramming mostly, not by really understanding it, and will not know how to apply in most times. You see, so I think that thing has also created a culture or an environment or society that does not think that information should be processed, information should be applied to see change. So it's I think it's just that there's a fabric, that there's something in the fabric that is amiss, which now calls for a big need for people who are going to step in as disciples. And when I say disciples, when I say disciples, sometimes we try to limit this to things about the word of God alone. It's beyond it. Discipling somebody is like parenting somebody. It's like parenting somebody. So while I want you to grow and know God's word, I want you to also be a user. I say, don't stop raising people who are heavenly focused and earthly irrelevant. We are here on this earth. We still need to be relevant here on this earth. However, I also say that everything you need to succeed in life, you have it in the Bible. It is just that people don't know how to transfer what the information they find in the Bible into living it. You know, so there is just that has made people to just be information seekers, but not really in particular about how does this transform me? How does this change me? People pride themselves in I know. And I say the proof of knowledge is doing. If you are not doing it, you don't know it. So you need to be a doer of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I want us to be able also to clarify is now we are moving out of programs, and now we are going into intentional discipleship.
Yes.
We'll want to disciple the man. How does that one look like? Most of the
Yes.
times, men will not want to be asked questions
Yes.
like somebody on their neck. So just give us a snippet on how discipleship
Works with men. Yeah.
And how should that relationship be between the person discipling and the person being discipled. And somebody might be asking, how do I even know or choose my discipler? Yeah.
So there are a few things that come to play in that. First of all, it's actually not that men don't like people asking them those kind of questions.
Yes.
It's just that men often feel like I don't trust you enough to give you that information. So it starts with trust. It starts with trust. And that is the oftentimes the responsibility of the discipler to build that trust. If you look at Jesus, you will find out that I was still doing that study recently, and I found out that Jesus, before he called most of his disciples in on an assignment, he connected with them at a level.
Yeah.
He connected with them at a level. Which further enforces the importance of relational discipleship. Peter, before Jesus gave him that invitation, Jesus connected with Peter on the thing that Peter needed the most. Peter had toiled all night.
Yeah.
He didn't find fish. And you know what that means for a businessman, what that means for a married man? He probably has debts to pay, and he feels that, okay, I'll go walk this night and I'll catch fish. When I catch the fish, I sell, and I can feed my family, I can pay off debt. This debtor is coming tomorrow morning and all that. Jesus did not invite Peter until he helped him solve that problem. It was after solving that problem that Jesus invited Peter. Jesus connected with Peter, understanding Peter's pain at that time. And he connected with him at that place. That made Peter drop every other thing to follow him. And you'll see that repeat itself with all those other people, those other apostles that Jesus had, there was always a point of connection relationally. There were some of them that he connected with them emotionally. There was some of them that connected with them just by affirming them. Yeah, this is a true Israelite.
Yes.
Affirmation. He connected with them. There's always that place, and that is always the responsibility of the person who is going to disciple the other man. So first is identify where can I start to connect with these people. I'm not, yes, I want to disciple them, but I'm not throwing that I want to disciple you at your face. I want to find something that I can help you with first. Offer that help. Be that. There's also a statement you hear a lot around me is be a solution to their problem or a part of the solution to their problem.
Yes. Everybody
is like, I have a pastor friend who said that it looks like God created every human being with two sides. And he illustrated it with the socket and the plug. That every human being has both sides. There is a part which is pointed, which is reaching, but there's also the part which is like a hole that needs to be filled. So while you need you need some things to be taken care of in your life, there are things you can take care of for some other people. You are never without what you can give. There's always something you can give. So the discipler needs to first of all find what is this person lacking that I can give now. When I offer that, it creates a platform for connection. If I can get us to start to connect at that level, I can grow it into other things. I can grow it into other things. And that's how most of the people that I've discipled that were not, they were not directly, I didn't have a positional leadership over them, because yes, you can do that with positional leadership as well. But the truth is that even if you don't connect relationally, you are not going to get anything. Those that didn't have positional relationship with them, that was how I started with them. I just looked for what I can do with them. And as I speak about this, there's one that comes to mind quickly of he's been struggling to get a job, and now I did have jobs to give, but I know how to help people work on their CVs. That when you present it, it carries a lot of weight and all that. And I told him, send me your CV. I worked on the CV. I sent it back to him. If I called me, was like, is this me? I said, yes, that's you. So let's start to send that out. That was my point of connection. We worked on that. He got a job. Then I started asking me further questions about the job. Now they are paying you. How much are they paying you? How are you going to grow this? And I've started discipling him already. Yeah. He was willing to open up how much he was paid because he saw that, okay, this guy helped me. So that is actually how to build those. So first of all, find a place where you can connect. The moment you are able to connect at that level, you now need to start to build trust further with them. Build trust further with them. And see, oftentimes I tell people, building trust is not really a hard thing. Most times building trust happens when we are playing with people, when we are just our natural selves with people. People get to see us through and through, and it helps them to connect with us at our person level. So build trust. Play with people. Invite them into your spaces. Let them see how you are living your life. Let them see that you have your struggles as well, and you are working on it. It makes you look real to people, and people can bring real questions to you. Real issues to you. As you are able to open that up little by little, you are getting to the depths of the things that have this person I'm talking about today, where I have, in the process of our relationship, I've worked with him to help him deal with some childhood trauma. But we started with, he needs a job. Now, this person, I have helped him to be stable in church.
Yeah.
He's serving God fervently.
Yeah.
You know what else he's doing now?
Mhm.
He's discipling other people.
People.
Because I've told him, you've enjoyed this. Other people need this. Imagine every man around you can enjoy what you have enjoyed. What will your surrounding, what will your community look like?
So that also comes with, for example, is a reproducing mentality.
Yes.
So if you disciple some people,
yes,
then you again replicate to some other
you
people.
have to.
That way we are going to reach a lot of
men,
a lot of men.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
But now let's specify. We're talking about men now.
Yeah.
See, men will open up easily to another. A man will easily open up to another man. Some men open up to men faster than they open up to their wives. Even.
Yeah. So sometimes you'll find now, for example, you'll find many people are saying, like, for example, men don't like being in charge, activities, participating in activities,
Yeah.
maybe giving, going for such things.
Yeah.
Do we then, apart from church, do we go where they are so that also we meet them where they are in their communities?
Yeah.
Some are playing football, some are doing some small businesses.
Yes.
So that we are not also configured to the church space.
Yes.
So just touch on how do we also get the men to disciple the men also outside yes,
the church space. Okay, so I want to talk into this too. So I'm going to talk about how can we get them from. First of all, yes, we should go where they are. Our mandate is a mandate of going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is go and make disciples.
Yes.
Okay, not attract them to make disciples. No, go and make disciples. So we must go everywhere they are.
Yeah.
We must look for them wherever they are. While we're at that, I believe that God's end time strategy to reach the world is not that the four walls or the contemporary church we see. Reading through Isaiah chapter 11, from verse 15 and 16, it was saying something about the fact that in those days that he will wave his hand over river Euphrates, and it will divide into 7 rivers. And it will divide such that men can walk to the Lord. Men can come back to the Lord by feet. Says this is an illustration. This is like what he did when he was bringing his people out of Egypt, where he opened one path, which is the Red Sea, and people came through. A few studies around that shows that the valley of River Euphrates is called the cradle of civilization. That's where civilization comes from, and all that. And if you look at today, where really does civilization come from? Civilization comes from what we call the 7 mountains of influence. And the Bible says that he will wave his hand over that river and over that Euphrates, and it will divide into 7. I think that is those 7 mountains. People will come to the Lord through those 7 mountains. It will not be the church alone. If you were God and you want everybody to come to you, are you going to restrict it to only one means? No. You will have to open it up.
Yes.
And that also reminds us of what the Bible says about the fact that in those days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be exalted above every other mountain.
Yeah.
Meaning that the mountain of the Lord's house will be on all those mountains. Those 7 mountains of influence, the mountain of the Lord's house will be upon them, meaning that there will be a righteous one who is legislating righteousness at the top of those mountains. So the end time plan for God is for people to come to him through all those mountains. Through all those mountains. So if people are in the offices, we go there. If they are in entertainment, we go there. Anywhere we find people, anywhere people have an endeavor, we go there and make disciples from there so that people can come to God. So yes, we should go to where they are. We should create systems that would help us reach men everywhere they are. And interesting, you find also that Jesus was saying that this second coming will not come until this gospel gets to the ends
Yeah.
of the earth, that everyone must hear
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Jesus, when he was leaving, he told them that you will be, the Holy Ghost will come and you will receive power, and you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth.
Yes.
So there is a mandate to go to the ends
Ends
of the earth.
Yes.
We must go and create things, discipling spaces for people that does not look like what we call church today. We must be willing to do that. I tell people that the mission should define what the church should look like.
Right.
The church cannot define what the mission should look like.
Uh-huh.
The mission was before the church.
Yes.
The mission should define it. So we cannot say because church is like this, mission should look like this. No, because it is because mission is like this, the church should look like this. So that must happen in all the places where people are. Let me hold that there. Then let me come back to this thing about men not wanting to be in church. And all that. I think it's just the way we have structured churches. And for pastors and leaders of churches that are probably watching, if you look around you and you find the men that are committed, that are dedicated in your churches, you will find that there's something that is common with them. What that thing that is common with them is that they have been allowed to lead. They have been allowed to handle things. They have been allowed to be on project. Men naturally think like warriors. The man's mindset is, what can I conquer next? What can I conquer next? That's why, and this is not right, men. That's why most times it's always hard for men. By the time they get married to their wife, they are not as romantic as they were before they got married. See, it's the way a man's mind is wired. This has been conquered.
Yes.
The mind is thinking next. Okay, so but men, let the romance increase, especially where your wife is concerned. Now, but that's the general man mindset. So when you bring a man to a church, when men are in the church, and you've reduced them to just come on service days, sit down and listen to instructions, then go and come back, the man starts to feel like, I am not useful here. I am not needed. And when a man feels he's not needed, he doesn't stay there. It's part of the ego wiring of the man. Where you are not needed, you don't stay. So how do we engage men in our churches more? Even by just starting discipling groups for men. You will find more men engaged, because eventually what will happen is that each of them will have to lead another man somehow.
Yes.
You start to create opportunities for them to lead. You start to create opportunities for them to handle things. Men we like purpose, we like vision. Men are led by vision. We normally say women are led by vision. But really, men also are led by vision. Vision is what challenges men to want to do more. So if you sell a vision of, now look at what Jesus did to these guys. He said, follow me. Number one, I'll make you. But no, I'm not just going to make you. You are also going to have to make others.
Yes.
Now, this invitation, you actually find it a lot of times as we start engagement with church, even men. But unfortunately, I think one of the things that is so common, and I say this not in any derogatory manner. I think it's just something I have noticed in churches, especially in Africa, is that they come at the invitation. Yes, you are making them, but you never release them to make others, which makes a man uninterested. And when I say release them to make others, it is not an assumed thing. If you want a man to lead something, tell him lead it. Don't assume that he has grown up and he should have been able to know that he should start to lead it. Tell him lead it. That is one. The other part is that in our spaces here, you see that men come, you are leading them, but because of the way the way we have this society is, it's hard for church leaders to delegate power. It's hard. So, but if you don't delegate, if you don't intentionally delegate power, you will lose the men. Because what you are looking for really are followers who will only take instruction and do as you have said. Men will not do that. Women will do that better. And that's why you find that women are more in churches.
Yeah.
Women are wired, are created to be led.
Yeah.
Men are wired to lead.
Mm.
So if you're going to succeed with men in your church, number one, dream big enough to be able to accommodate a lot of men's dreams. Dream big enough. Let your dream be big that it can accommodate men's dreams. And those dreams are dreams to lead. So the question is, what can another man lead for me in this work? Look for somebody. Raise them quickly. Delegate it to them. Let them do it. Focus on something else. Focus on something else. And keep going like that. You see, if you do that, you will find a lot of engagement from men, even in churches. Because it's important to get men to be in churches. If we want our communities to be in churches, we need to get men in churches. We need to get men to be serious with churches. Statistics shows that if you get a man involved in churches, there are 93% chances that his whole family will be there with him.
Yeah.
93%. 93%.
So that means we have to get it right with the men.
Get it right with the men. Every other person will follow.
Yeah. And what I needed to ask then, because the church has a really good chance to play in terms of making sure that the men are discipled, because nowadays there are a lot of voices, a lot of people talking about issues men, but the church has a upper hand of having men discipled, because sometimes even like now you have a disciple who is a man. He wants to ask questions. How do I treat a lady? Even how do we prepare men? Because now it's your first time to go into marriage. And maybe there's a young man out there. He has gotten a baby while in campus.
Right.
How do we talk to this young dad? What does it mean to be a man? Like now, how do we model that masculinity?
Right.
Christlike masculinity to the men in the church, so that we don't have a lot of things going on in our society, but the church has a right place to disciple men, because we have a lot of questions as men. So you find a lot of things going on, femicide, and a lot of things going on in the world.
Right.
But how has it been for you, for your disciples who are men? What are they asking? What is their greatest need? How do you take them through discipleship? Model for them masculinity. Yes.
So I think one of the things that I normally will first have to deal with most of the men that I disciple is helping them understand the true meaning of leadership.
Yes.
We actually have we have a wrong understanding of what leadership is. We think leadership is lording it on people, but that's not what leadership is. Jesus also was saying that, your leaders in the world, they lord it over you, but that is not how it is in the kingdom. Whoever is going to lead, whoever is going to be the greatest here, must serve others. Leadership is in serving. Leadership is in serving. It's not about lording it over. Jesus did not become the Lord of the church by lording it over the church. Jesus became the Lord of the church by dying, giving the ultimate price. He gave all, and that qualified him to become the Lord. So if you are leading as a man, It is not about throwing instructions
Instructions.
everywhere. No.
Mm-hmm.
It is about serving the people you are leading
Leading.
and serving them rightly.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest one of you will be the servant of all.
All.
Leadership is in service. Leadership is not in position. Jesus says, by their fruits you will know them. It's not by their title. What fruit have they produced? What fruit? Anybody, if you find people who are influencers around you, you'll find that they are serving people. It is through service that you get to get people to follow you.
Yes.
So that's the one thing I first start to deal with in that sense with most of the men that I disciple. You need to realize that if you are going to lead, leadership is by service.
Nice.
It's by service. It's not you're not waiting to get married to your wife and start to be the commander-in-chief in your home because that was what you saw. No, that was wrong. You know, serve. If you can serve them, and serving them is thinking, what is the best thing? What is best for this person? Can I give it? And that's serving. And that's what love is also. Love is always thinking about the good of the other. That's serving them in love. Jesus was saying also in John chapter 13, he says that the world will know that you're my disciples by the love you have one for another. Love is service. Love is sacrifice. If you're going to lead, you have to serve. You have to sacrifice. That's what leadership demands. So that's the first thing. While we are dealing with that, we now start to also talk about how to deal with the opposite gender, which is another big thing that comes up in my conversations with most of my male disciples. How do you deal or relate with the opposite gender? There's a bad notion in the world that makes it feel like a lot of men see women as something to use. They are not something to use. They are not. You need to respect them. You need to honor them. Just like you are a vessel that is precious in God's hand, they are vessels that are precious in God's hands also. Stop seeing them as something to use. They are not. When mankind was created, the Bible says God created them male and female, created them. So in that creation, in that first guy we call Adam, there was male and female in there. God separated it at a point, but there was male and female in it. So that creation that God made, which is precious, which is in his image and his likeness, is both male and female. So you cannot come to say, I'm a man, I am superior. No. We were cut from the same fabric. However, there are biblical principles that guide how we relate also. But which it's not what we're really talking about now. But how do you relate with a woman? She is precious, just like you are. Don't treat them like trash. They are not. Every woman you see around you, can you see that woman like, you just imagine that this is my daughter. How will I treat her? If you can catch what that looks like, treat every woman around you like that. That's the next thing. The third thing we normally talk about is their money. What's happening with your money? How are you making it? How are you keeping it? How are you multiplying it? It's very important because while we can say money is not important, I know what lack of it has pushed a lot of men into. Right. So it's not important. It's not the main thing, but the lack of it can even distract you from the main thing. So it's important that you are able to get it, to get money. You are able to know how to keep it. Your relationship with money, very important. Your relationship with money is very important. A lot of people have very, very bad relationship with money. Money keeps running away from them.
Yes.
You should create, you know it, and it's like a love story with a man and a woman as well. If you treat money how it should be treated, money will always be around you.
Yeah.
If you treat a woman how she is supposed to be treated, she will always be around you. It's the same thing with money. Treat money how it should be treated. You must be in control of your money. And not the other way around. A lot of people feel they are in control of their money.
Yes.
And that control they talk about is how they spend it. But money will quickly go away from you if you don't have that control.
Yeah.
So what is the control you have over your money as a man? These are some of the questions we deal with. Amongst other things, of course, we talk a lot about your appearance as well. Yeah, you need to look good. Yeah,
the grooming,
the grooming and all that. God is the one that looks at the inward appearance. God looks at the heart. Men look at the outward appearance.
Yeah.
How do you look? How do you speak? How do you smell? Those are things we should talk to men about. How many days do you wear your underwear for?
Yes.
Yes. How many days before you change it? These are questions these are things we have to deal with, with men. Just grooming them. It's helping them to become a man that is not just there because of his muscles, but is a wholesome man.
What does it look like for you, for example? How even for you as a father, how are you modeling for your sons? Do they see your weak? When do you see the
my frailties?
Yes,
some of them. Yeah,
like now, what they see is what they are going to envision as the true kind
of a man. What does a man look like?
Is it okay to cry? Is it okay to say sorry? To say I don't know? To say I have these fears?
Yes.
Yeah. How has that one been for you?
So that has been one of the things I have intentionally modeled.
Yes.
Now I have not cried in front of my children. I think they still made a joke about it.
Yes.
A few days ago.
Yeah.
That we just have not seen you cry. And I was like, well, I think God has been good to me. My life has been good, and there's nothing that has made me cry. So I think my daughter now said, I only remember seeing you cry when you were worshiping once. So yeah, that's a good place to cry.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, should men cry? We have several schools of thoughts around that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that controversial subject.
Yes.
But be a wholesome man. So with my children, they know. When I don't know, I tell them, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay to say I don't. Yeah,
I don't know. And you see, my children actually, there's a temptation of you wanting to know.
Yes.
Always. Yes. Because they see you as the superhero.
Yeah.
And I have now found out that telling them I don't know does not reduce what they feel about me. Telling them I don't know, telling them I don't understand, telling them at this time I'm confused, telling them I'm tired. I have a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Who cannot believe I can be tired.
Yeah.
I must always carry her. I must always play with her. I must always do that. But from time to time, when I'm tired, I say, I'm tired. Daddy needs to rest now. And you see what next she does? She mans the door of the room. Daddy's resting.
Yes.
Nice. It feels so good.
Yes.
So she understands that you may come to a time in life that you need to rest. You're tired. I don't have the answer. I can't do this now. Those are things I tell my sons. I am sorry. In fact, they see that a lot. When I find out that, okay, I've offended my wife and all that, most times I even do it in front of them. Hey, I'm sorry. I think I didn't judge you rightly. That was a wrong thing. They see that because it's modeling. They need to. Then I have those conversations with them as well. I have those conversations with my first son. I keep telling him, you are the man of the house.
Yeah.
So the first time I told him that you are the man of the house and I traveled, By the time I came back, everybody was like, he was just commanding us everywhere and all that. So we had a conversation.
Yes.
Being the man of the house does not mean you command everybody.
Yeah.
Being the man of the house means you serve the people in the house.
Yeah.
Have you seen what I do when I'm at home? I am in the kitchen. I am doing the laundries. I am cooking when I need to cook. Sometimes I tell your mom to sit down so that I help her so that she's not tired out. She doesn't tire out and all that. That's what being the man of the house looks like. So the first time we had that conversation, he asked me, he was like, so what is this thing about being the man of the house?
Yeah.
I think being the man of the house is that you own the house. You are the one that has the power. I think that's how you get the power in the house.
Yeah.
By serving them. And he has started changing, adjusting to that. So whenever I'm traveled and I call him and I say, you are the man of the house, he understands what I mean. It means help.
Yeah.
People in the house.
Service.
Serve them.
Yeah.
So really, these are some of the things that I do with my sons. I have two of them with my sons to help them become better men. My father is such a wonderful man. He modeled quite a number of that to me. And I'm trying to raise a better next generation that's going to be better than me.
What do you want your son to remember? What legacy will you want your son to remember you for?
I think one of the things that I really want my sons to remember me for is that I am a father that was willing to give as much as I can give to make the world better. It's one thing that I which I think they know me for. Even my wife says that sometimes she would not be surprised if I come back and say, okay, I walk back home without my shoes because I saw somebody who needed shoes and couldn't get one. I want to give all that God has put in me, because what God gives to you is to be given. It's not for you mostly alone. So I want them to see that, and
nice. And there's a book you have written here.
Hey,
The Answer to Everything. And I would recommend this book because we have been like, this book will be really good for men. It caters for not only men but everyone. And because we have been having a lot of conversation about men.
Yes.
We have just been passing the ball, but we are not getting it into the net.
Yes.
And the only way to help the man is through discipleship.
Yes.
Is through us seeing transformation, and that transformation comes through discipleship.
Yes.
So this book here is the answer to everything. Actually, the way it has been titled is the answer to everything. Maybe you can just share with our audience about the book and why we should be able to get this book, because we are speaking about building the culture of discipleship for the man. If you want to know about discipleship, this book will really help. So I will just let you to talk to our audience, tell them about this book and why it's really important they get this book and where they should be able to get it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. This book, I think, was inspired by a lot of people just saying, these things you tell us, can you put it in a book so that people can read and all that? And that pushed me to make sure I write this. I have some others that are in the works already. Yeah, but this one captures a holistic view of what discipleship is, how we can start to disciple, and how discipleship is actually the answer to every question or every problem we see. In the book, talked about discipleship as the answer to all the problems of relationship we have, discipleship as the answer to corruption. Yeah, I think I did an extensive work there. Discipleship as the answer to church multiplication, even for church pastors. Discipleship as the answer to the confusion we have in the world today, where Even people are getting even confused about their gender. I mean, for me, that I feel that is just too out there, and it's because we missed something somewhere.
Yes.
So it has a holistic thing in it that helps you and gives you a guide as to what to do. I've written it in there, a lot of stories. There's a lot of storytelling that can bring it to understand it. So there are principles, but there are stories that can make you just understand and see how you can quickly apply this wherever you find yourself and see the change. And it's also, this discipleship thing is not only for church. It goes beyond church and those other places. So those are some of the things in the book. I have it on Amazon. You can just search for it. The answer to everything is on Amazon. And also you can, I have a YouTube page also where I talk about all this.
Yes.
It's called Unscripted Discipleship. If you just look for that YouTube page, you'll hear a lot more about these things around discipleship that I keep talking about.
Yeah, we will be able to share the link, how to get the book, the Amazon, and how to follow the conversation Pastor Benga is having on discipleship.
Yes.
On YouTube, you can go to Unscripted Discipleship. Yeah, it is an amazing book, and that's why we are having this particular conversation, that the answer to everything, even concerning the men, if you want to really help the men, is through discipleship.
Yes.
We can do as many events as possible. Events are good starters, but they're not sufficient enough to transform the life.
Yes.
If you are a man out there, you can pick, for example, say I want to work with 4 men in a year.
Right.
That's what actually it is called ministry to men. It should not be men's ministry.
Exactly.
Men's ministry is a program. But if we say you are ministering to men, yeah, I'm saying like pick some 4 men, work with them,
start with them,
pour your life
into them,
into
show
them.
them what you know. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
Discipleship is about presence, not
Yes.
perfection.
Yes.
There's something you can do better than one other guy beside you.
Yeah.
Teach him how to do it better.
Yeah.
You're already influencing that guy. You're already
Yes.
making him a better person.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
And then moving from there and telling them now to
do the same thing for others. Yes.
That's how we are going to reach men from a small group to a larger group through discipleship. Take some men, work with them, pour your life into them, and they will be really blessed, because they even church is a good place to disciple the men, work with them, teach them what it means to be a Christlike man. Yeah. So this is your camera. Just give a parting shot as we end.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Just leave this one thing with men. The world is looking up to us as men. If we're going to change this world, we need to get our acts together as men. And you see what? A man will always help another man. It's easier for you to help the person next to you. So men, wake up to this ministry. Invite another man into your circle. Teach them something you know that they don't know. By that, you have started changing them, and encourage them to do the same thing for another man. Before you know it, we would have multiplied this all over the world, and we would be having a better community and a better world. God bless you.
Thank you for watching, and we'll be right here for the next episode. We are still continuing with the conversation. This is your number 1 men's Christian podcast.